What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since I posted, and we got our Week 5 NFL predictions. Teams on the bye week are Steelers, Bears, Packers, and Falcons. And Week 4 we had a tie, so that makes my record a little weird. So my current record's 45-18-1, and my Week 4 record was 9-6-1. And with that out of the way, we'll hop into Thursday Night Football between the 49ers and the Rams, an NFC West matchup. And I have the Rams winning this one 23-13. It seems that Brock Purdy is not going to be playing in this game. And it also said that Jauan Jennings won't play in this game either. So the point is, the 49ers are banged up because they just, for some reason, can't seem to stay healthy. And the Rams, in my opinion, are one of the best teams in the NFL. So I see them winning this game relatively comfortably and improving to 4-1. Alright, and next up we have a London game between the Vikings and the Browns. I have the Vikings winning 17-10, and it comes down to this. The Vikings, they're banged up. JJ McCarthy's not going to be playing. It's going to be Carson Wentz, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the Browns' offense is just so bad. I don't think they're going to win many games, and they're actually benching Joe Flacco for Dillon Gabriel. So, I mean, that's not going to change who I think's going to win. I still think the Vikings are going to win. I think they're going to terrorize Dillon Gabriel because the Vikings are not a good team to play if you're a quarterback making your first start. So, I have the Vikings winning a sloppy win and improving to 3-2. Alright, next up we have the Texans traveling to the Ravens. I actually have the Texans winning 27-14, and the reason, Lamar is not playing. He's going to be out for a few weeks, and I think the Ravens without Lamar are not a good team at all. I mean, you saw it in that Kansas City game last week. They got crushed. They just didn't stand a chance without Lamar. And I think it's going to be more of the same here, because I really don't think Cooper Rush is that good. So I think the Texans are going to have no trouble winning this game, and I have them improving to 2-3. Alright, next up we have the Dolphins taking on the Panthers. I have the Dolphins winning 28-24, and this game could honestly go either way, but the reason I'm picking the Dolphins is because they have a lot more talent on offense, and yes, I will acknowledge Tyreek Hill is out for the season, but I mean, they still have Jalen Waddle on that offense. They have Devon Achane, who's been like one of the best running backs this year. Tua can sometimes be good. And I just think they have a lot more talent on offense than the Panthers do. And I actually do think their defense is a lot better than the Panthers because the Panthers' defense isn't that good. So I have the Dolphins winning this game and improving to 2-3. Alright, next up we have the Raiders taking on the Colts. I have the Colts winning this game 23-17. And I'm not going to lie, I think if the Raiders can be cleaner with the football than they have been these past few weeks, meaning not turning the ball over, I think they have a shot to win this game. But I really don't think that's going to happen just because Geno Smith, ever since he became a Raider, he's just been a turnover machine. And, you know, I think the Colts should have no problem winning this game. The reason I even have it close is because I think the Raiders are going to score a garbage time touchdown to make the score look better. So I do think the Colts are going to win this game with relative ease and improve to 4-1. Alright, next up we have the Giants taking on the Saints. The Giants, I think they're going to win 13-10. And I think this game is honestly going to be borderline unwatchable because the Giants lost Malik Nabers for the whole year, so they really lost the spark on their offense. Not that their offense was even good to begin with. And the Saints, to their credit, have hung in there, but, you know, they're kind of like a college team playing against NFL teams. Like, they're fighting, but it's kind of just to no prevail because I really don't think they're going to win many games. Not that I think the Giants will either, but I do think the Giants' defense can legitimately scare some teams, and I think the Saints are one of those teams. So because of that, I have the Giants winning in a low-scoring game and improving to 2-3. Alright, and next up we have the Cowboys taking on the Jets. The Cowboys, I think they're going to win this game 38-30. And if there's one nice thing I'll say about the Cowboys, their offense is unbelievable. but their defense is unbelievably bad. So I think this game's going to be very high scoring. I think if I was betting on this game, I would definitely take the over because I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game just because of how bad the Cowboys' defense is and how good their offense is. And the Jets, I mean, they do have talent on that offense. I'm not going to pretend like they don't. I mean, Breece Hall could have a good game. Garrett Wilson could have a good game. Justin Fields could have a good game. But I don't think it's going to be enough to beat the Cowboys because I do think their offense is better even without CeeDee Lamb. So I have the Cowboys winning and improving to 2-2-1. All right, next up we have the Broncos taking on the Eagles. I have the Eagles winning this game 24-21. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos were to pull this one off, but I just feel like the Eagles are a better version of the Broncos. Like, I think their quarterback is better. I think their running back is better. I think the wide receivers are better. I mean, I think the tight end's better. I think just every single aspect. I can't really think of one off the top of my head where I'm like, oh yeah, the Broncos are better than them. But it's like, I think the Eagles are a Super Bowl contender. They're playing ugly, but I mean, the Broncos, to be honest, have been playing pretty ugly too. And I think an ugly team that's less talented than another ugly team is going to lose to that said ugly team. So because of that, Eagles are going to win this game and improve to 5-0. All right, next up we have a game between the Titans and Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are going to win 26-13. And I'm not going to lie, I really don't envision me watching this game very much. But here's what it comes down to. The Cardinals aren't a great team. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not good. They're kind of just in that mediocre phase. But the Titans are a bad team. Like, they're almost as bad as the Saints, if not worse. So I think the Cardinals are going to win this game. I mean, I don't think we're going to really learn anything here. I think we kind of know what's going to happen, and I don't necessarily think anything crazy is going to happen. So because of that, I have the Cardinals winning and improving to 3-2. All right, next up we have the Bucs taking on the Seahawks. I have the Bucs winning 27-26. And honestly, this game is a coin flip because Bucky Irving's actually not going to be playing in this game. And I believe Mike Evans is also not going to be playing. So those are two, major injuries for the Bucs to overcome. But I just have a feeling. I have a feeling that the Seahawks are just going to blow this game because they probably should win this game considering the Bucs are banged up and the Seahawks are at home. But, something's just telling me I feel like the Bucs are going to win. It might be the fact that Brandon Perna cursed the Seahawks on the curse wheel, but, I'm not saying whether that's it. But the point is I have the Bucs winning and improving to 4-1. All right, and next up we have the Lions taking on the Bengals, and I think the Lions are going to absolutely crush the Bengals. I really don't see any way the Bengals win this game. And here's what it comes down to. The Bengals are a very bad team without Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow's injured, obviously. I'm sure a lot of you know that. The Lions are, in my opinion, one of the best teams in the NFL, so nothing really too crazy here. I think this is what's going to happen, and I have the Lions improving to 4-1. All right, next up, we have the Commanders taking on the Chargers. I have the Chargers winning this one 24-16, and I will say this is another game that I think is going to be really good. The Commanders are going to be getting Jaden Daniels back potentially, and Terry McLaurin also for that matter, because they've been without Jaden Daniels for the last 2 weeks, and they've been without Terry McLaurin for the last week. But I think they're going to have some rust coming back, and also the Chargers defense is really good. And there are definitely some concerns with the Chargers O-line because Joe Alt's going to miss some time, but I really don't think the Commanders defense is going to put any pressure on Justin Herbert, so I have the Chargers improving to 4-1. All right, and entering Sunday Night Football, you have an AFC East matchup between the Patriots and Bills. I have the Bills winning this one 31-26, and I'm not going to lie, I think this is going to be a better game than people think, but I mean, I'm not going to pick against the Bills right now. I think they're not playing their best football, but they are 4-0, and that's what matters. And the Patriots, they're still a rebuilding team. I mean, I can't pick them now against the Bills, just because I don't think they're there yet, and I don't think they will be there for another year or two. But I do think they will put on a show, but I still have the Bills prevailing and improving to 5-0. And ending the week, we have the Chiefs taking on the Jags on Monday Night Football. I have the Chiefs winning this game 23-20. And I hate to admit this, but the Chiefs are getting better. I mean, they got Xavier Worthy back last week. He provided a real spark to that offense. And, I mean, admittedly, they would have won the game anyway against the Ravens had Lamar not gotten injured. And the Jags, I mean, I will say they are doing okay, but their offense still needs some work. And I think Trevor's going to need to play really well for the Jags to have a chance to win this game. And I don't see that really happening considering how good the Chiefs' defense is. So I'm going to say that the Chiefs win this game and improve their record to 3-2. And there you have it. We got all the games stacked up against each other, all the winners and the score predictions. And that's going to do it for this video. I want to apologize for not getting a week 4 reactions video out like I said I would, but I had a sore throat and I was not feeling good, so making a video was kind of not on my to-do list for that day, so my apologies for that. I'll try to get one out next week, so I'm feeling better, so I don't see a reason why I shouldn't be able to. But yeah, if you're still watching, I appreciate you for watching and sticking around, and I'll see you guys in my next video.